at this point, right? So I think all students have joined. So I'll start with a prayer to the whole world that we soon up of this situation. And just to let you all know, I'm Shantanu. I'm an ex-student of Techno India. So currently I'm located in Melbourne, Australia. And I thought it's an opportunity to connect with the students to let you know that it is just a period which the whole world is facing. So first of all, do not panic, do not feel afraid or do not lose your confidence because it is not India or Europe or Australia who is facing this. It is each and every country around the globe who has seen this pandemic. Whereas we see a hit in direct business in many cases, but there are also opportunities like giant companies who are also thinking of work from home option to make a formal process in their administrative changes. So this borderless work is going to be established in the near future. So technically, it's good for all of us that now it will matter very little whether we are in India or in Europe or Australia or USA. We can work for any company from any part of this world. The second is we see a shrinkage in total business, but the percentage that we see in the current era, in particularly in business related to ICT, there is a growth of almost 5.7% in the total IT business of India. So it has not hit back in a very bad way. Of course, other engineering streams are at a halt, but the moment this pandemic is over, the workforce the global forum will need is huge. So at this moment, it feels very frightening for all of us, all who work, all who are building their career, students, freshers, experience in the fast phases of their life, who thinks that it's still a very frightening situation. It is not.
শ্রীবেশ কই
It
কোনটা
is.
অ্যালাউ করে দিয়েছো, কো-হোস্ট করে দিয়েছো?
Yeah, Shreya, please mute. Shreya, please mute.
So the main agenda of this discussion is.
Excuse me, Shantanu sir, your video is not visible. Can you?
Yeah, I know video is not visible, but I think my voice is good enough.
Yeah. It's okay. It's okay. Okay.
So I can enable it, but then the speed will go down. Okay.
Okay.
That's why I kept it. So basically, what I wanted to tell to all of you is that do not get demotivated. It's just an era which we all are passing through, and definitely we'll see some light in the near future. Israel or Australia is on the verge of coming up with a vaccine. I think somebody somewhere in the world will do it because mankind has always proved itself to be in the best of its performance when the worst situation was there. And that's how we came to this situation. So not to waste any further time, just to let you know, there are various organizations, edX, Coursera, John Hopkins, who have made a platform which is free of cost education. So the best utilization of time is education, learning new skills, new areas. It's not necessarily it has to be your curriculum. You can also learn courses on stress management, on spirituality, just to make yourself ready for tomorrow's future. So in order to begin the show, we have a very senior professional with us. We'll explain it to you in a much better way than we could all imagine. We have the corporate HR head of Hind Rectifier Limited, Mr. Ravindra Madhukar Chawal. So Mr. Ravindra has been working for last 40 years in this fraternity of human practice. He's seen multiple ups and downs in the industry. He has seen the bubble burst. He has seen in 2011 massacre, in the 26th November massacre, the heat on economy, the recession of the economy, and when it came up again. With this vast amount of experience which which brings along with him, I think it's an opportunity for us to discuss with him on the best fit of the candidate post-COVID. So Mr. Ravinder sir, if you can start, or if you would like to say something as an introductory speech.
Yeah, sure. Shall I start?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah. Good evening, everybody. The lot many students joined this call. Plus, also some of my colleagues and my friends are also on the call. I could see their names. So it's a great opportunity which is provided to me by Purba, Shreya, and their team. Naturally, this everyone is worried about what will happen in the future, and this is a appropriate subject chosen by your university. Now, students do not know what will be coming in the future generation, what will be there for future, and naturally they will be worried on that part. I would not say that everything is all right when this pandemic is over, because we have to live with this pandemic in future also. So don't consider this COVID-19 will be over on 31st of May or 7th of June as announced by the government. So we have to make it as a practice that we have to go out with a mask, we have to be sanitize our hands, and everything whatever we are doing for social distancing has to be maintained. Yes, of course, the topic today is basically what will be the post COVID-19, what will the future of the freshers. Now it is not new for us, the industrial giants, that every year these freshers has facing problems. Every year, every alternate year, every fourth year, every fifth year, there will be some sort of recession in the market. Maybe in a different terms, like sometime it will be a electronics market, sometime consumer market, sometime manufacturing, everything. So I would not say to all my student friends that don't worry, nothing will happen, everything will be all right. That will not be the case. Certainly, first quarter of the Indian accounting year, that is April, May, June, all the companies have lost this first quarter. So naturally, our year for this year's accounting year of financial will be hardly for 9 months. And most of the companies will try to overcome whatever problem they are facing, and then how they will be in a position to justify the market and complete their budgets. So as a students, really speaking, we must look at it how better I can be. Now you must just imagine, it's always a game of demand and supply. When the demand is more and supply is less, the job opportunities are plenty. Whereas today the demand is less and the supply is more. You will see that lot many people are losing their jobs, maybe losing their jobs in future also. Those students who are going to abroad, now this August term is over, so naturally they have to try for again in January. So that students are also available in India. Business are coming down, as Mr. Shantanu said, that yes, business is going down, business are shrinking. But that does not mean that people who are going to retire, they are going to retire. People who are required in future knowledge, they will be required. As I normally tell to all my graduate trainees, that why are we hiring you? Are we hiring you for just for sake of it? No, certainly not. The people who are senior here, they will understand. Once you come out of their academics, you never open your books unless and until it is required. There may be lot many people who are here who have completed a graduation 5 years back. But the students who are completing in 1920 or 1921 or 1920, 1919, 2019, so definitely these students will be coming with a fresh knowledge, because every 5 years you will see that our academics are changing, our curriculum is changing. So students who are passing out will be a definitely asset to the India and to the industries. So I am not worried about that part, but definitely when you lose, now you can understand why we are supposed to complete for everything in first class. When you complete everything, your graduation, your 10th marks, your 12th marks, that's all important. And today, when if I have to hire 10 people, the available students will be more than 1,000. In that case, the 10th out of how many people I'm supposed to recruit? Only 10. So why should I take people who's not having enough caliber, who's not having the proper attitude? So everything matters, and that definitely the person who's more talented, I will try to go for it. Similarly, the industries across, whether it is all India or it is or worldwide, definitely look for a students who are having a talent. Now, most of the time, I find that our students, the communication skills are very poor. They know everything. They are talented, but how to put forward their own talents and or on their own knowledge, that is missing. And I think that is very important as far as students are concerned. Now, some questions came to me some time back, and students were asking whether how should we address our CV. Now, a lot of people do not understand the difference between biodata, difference between CV, or difference between resume. That's the first question. That if you are talking about CV, I've seen lot many students. I interviewed plenty of students earlier. You must be doing your in the industry. You must be doing your projects. I have seen the CVs of students who are writing that project title in 2 lines. Rest of the thing they write about that company wherever they are done the project, that company's turnover or the company's business, company's your suppliers, company's customers. Who's asking you to write that? No one. The manufacturers or employers are interested what you as an individual has done. So when you write in your CV only project title, instead of that, what was your role in that project? What are your achievements in that project? What are your learning in that project? That is more important. Now, sometime back, I also heard that people when they're everybody send the same CV for at least 10 to 20 employers. Now, each industry is a different industry. Each employer is a different employer. Now, you must have read or understood that what is the requirement of that particular industry. Now, unless and until you project yourself, what you know, suppose you are an electronics student, and if you write only a project title and does nothing, then your employer or probable employer will not understood what is your knowledge gain, what you understand about the electronics, what you understand about the other things. So whenever you want to write something, you write your entire thing, you must highlight as per industry's need. If it is a mechanical company and if you send the same CV, the mechanical person may not be interested what you have done in electronics. So my request to all the students is that you just look at what is the job description, what's the profile company or any employer is asking, and amend your CV according to the needs of employer. Don't just blindly send the copies. Sometimes even people do not change the name of the employer where to whom they are sending the CV. So that shows that you are very casual. So today you are getting a time. Now, of course, the final exams are yet to be over, and you got a lot of time to understand and to do things. So it is worthwhile to see that you can learn some foreign language. You do not know whether you will get a job in India, you will get a job in the world, or anywhere. Because as Mr. Santanu said, that yes, now the world is wide open for working from home. It is not a question that you are in that particular country. You can work from anywhere, and every type of job you can do it now, provided you must understand what is the requirement of the employer. Now, employer has also got a lot of limitations. Now, cost control is one of the measure each and every employer is going to follow. Now, how the cost control is going to come? It cannot be come from the people to employees who are there for last 20 years working in the same field. So it is, as I mentioned earlier, you are coming with the fresh knowledge. So let's challenge the existing processes. If you challenge the existing process, naturally, you will find out a lot of wastage, a lot of other things, a lot of which can be avoided, and you can give a profit to the employer. At the same time, it is your job to try out your own knowledge and to do or something specific in the whatever employer or whatever job you are taking up. So naturally, you must think what I can offer to the company. Now, I don't know today's situation, but a lot of people think what will be my package. They start the discussion, or the moment they feel that they are getting selected, the first question comes in their mind is my package. Now, when that's true, availability is much more than the requirement, then naturally this cost also comes down. So try to grab the opportunity instead of grabbing the or looking for a packages. That's my sincere request to all my young friends. Second thing, everybody thinks only for a job. Now, I don't know how many of you have seen that World Health Organization has already published the global supply chain requirements. Now, just because this pandemic, it is not going to happen that only jobs are available or jobs are not going to be there. Jobs are going to be there, jobs are going to be reduced, and some of you may get jobs, some of you may not get a job. But can you not think that can I be an employer? Yes, you can become an employer. You can offer a job to your own colleagues. You can offer a job to your other friends. There are so many things. This COVID, if you look at as an opportunity, there are almost 40, 50 components or 40, 50 items this COVID-19 has generated for us. Now you will say that, sir, I don't have money. That's the usual excuse of everybody. I don't have a place. I don't know. I don't have experience. I don't have anything X, Y, Z. But same student like you, the same age group students, they prepare the apps. Where they get that knowledge? Your professors are trying to give you the maximum knowledge possible to them. So if you look at it, I don't know how many of you have already looked at it. The World Health Organization already published a list of items to be procured or to be required. Even if you think of now, one of the industry had developed a bed, which is a corrugated box bed, which can be folded and anywhere it can be fitted. So that sort of technology is available now. Even if you look at our cots, which is required in the hospital, how many cots are required? Government is talking about lakhs and lakhs. So can somebody start this type of business? Can somebody, if electronic students, they can start thermosensors. There are so many things available. If you just look at what is required for this COVID-19, you will forget your job employment opportunities and you will start working for yourself. Now, the question I asked is that, yes, I don't have money. How many of you have seen that government has already declared certain schemes? There are tens of such schemes for starting off your own business. And government is giving on a nominal value the loans to the upcoming employers or upcoming businessmen. So if you think that you can do that, you have a confidence level and you can do everything that is possible, that you can definitely provide an employer at least to 10 more people. And if 10 students of this thing, which provide the employment, then naturally you will be a successful employer. As far as knowledge is concerned, your professors, your other friends are quite enough. They will provide you the knowledge. They will guide you. They will establish you. Now, startups and other things are lot many provisions are available, and lot many things are there where you can definitely start your own business. And I am sure today's students, they have got a lot of knowledge through Google. They know how to search and get the knowledge. They know how to do the business. And the best part of the thing is that they have a confidence. Their confidence level is very, very high. And that's a plus point for every student. So naturally, if you look at it, what this COVID-19 is given to me, why can't we think of that, all these things, what COVID-19 has given me an opportunity. Don't consider it's a bad phase in my life. Now, people who are there now, I've seen first time in my life such things are happening. I've seen lot of recessions. I have seen lot of things in my life of almost last 60 years. So naturally, for you, it's the first time all of you are seeing at it. And the moment you think of positivity, you can think of that, yes, I can do it. And everybody, whether government, state government or central government, is willing to give you the money, willing to give all the resources, and then without spending much of money from your pocket, you can definitely be the employer and do your own business, and certainly it will be a successful one. Second important thing is, if somebody wants to go abroad, do we really has to go to abroad? Yes, you can definitely, but that does not mean that you will keep on waiting just to get an opportunity to go abroad. During this 6 months period up to January, definitely you can acquire more knowledge, more skills. Now SAP is today's coin. Lot of software things are coming up, languages are coming up, and artificial intelligence is day in and day out is required to the everyone. So think of that. If you are a software, if you are computer engineers, you can look at it. If you are electronics engineers, you can definitely look at it. Don't worry about your branch, whether it is mechanical, electrical, electronics, your core engineering, non-core engineering, it doesn't matter. What is matter that your confidence level, what is better to your will to succeed, and what is matter that you can definitely do it, and then you can be a successful person. So anybody feels that COVID-19, because of COVID-19 or because of this pandemic, which is going to be there even in future, and then if I have to survive with that, my immune system has to be there. So based on that, what best can be done, you write down what is required, and there are many people who can be in a position to help you out. Yes, 100% jobs will not be available. Jobs are going to shrink. Jobs are going to be, many people are going to lose the job. So that will be going to add your competition level. Now you are competing your own friend. That is very important. A lot of students feel that, yes, I can get a job. Yes, you can get a job. But then, as I mentioned, the demand and supply is more important. So demand is less and supply is more. But the avenues are much more than the supplies. So naturally, I don't see that students are going to be remain idle, provided they have a more skills than their friend, they have a more knowledge than their friend. Their academics is as good as possible, and as highest marks are possible. Then yes, you can also go for higher studies. Don't No need of only doing the business or doing the only job. You can definitely go for higher studies, and more knowledge, more education will definitely help you in future. So from my side, I think it is I got one of my message to from one of my friend, and he's saying, I'm just reading it. Taco Bell and Amazon in USA are looking at hiring up 30,000 and 1,50,000 employees in the coming month. Now you will see in your own newspapers or anywhere, or even your any Naukri.com or any job sites, that you will find plenty of advertisements. Now how can they give plenty of advertisement when there are no jobs? So definitely there are lot many jobs. Lot many jobs are there for lot many people, and on the based on their caliber, on the based on their skills, and on the based on their knowledge. So from my side, I conclude it here. I don't know the time limit, but from my side, I conclude it here. If you have any questions, I'm open to answer it. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you, sir. So I completely agree, and I believe whatever Mr. Ravindra said. See, it's not a matter of getting a job. It's more about, even if you get a job, the consistency to keep the job, the ability to keep a consistency, be a performer, and add value to every organization you work for. That is the key dimension that industry is looking forward to today. And on the other hand, I think for any higher studies, there are courses in EDX, there are courses in Coursera, which gives you a direct platform to study in Massachusetts Institute of Technology, sitting in Kolkata, sitting in Chaivasa. You can also work for any company, sitting from your home. The only thing that the next job market will look forward to is consistent performers who believe that they can add value to the market. So with that, I'll just go for an introduction of Mr. Srivesh Beltharia, the Vice President and Head of Shyam Steel, who has almost more than 17 years of experience, varied experience in translating business visions and directions into high impact people initiative. He's also among one of the person who has seen many changes, many recessions, many ups and downs, but it constantly believed that growth is the only opportunity. So with that, I welcome Srivesh. And Srivesh, if you want to add an introductory speech, and then we can go to the question answer round. And I'm not sure if Khalid has already joined the call. So can you hear me, Mr. Srivesh?
Srivesh sir's microphone is not audible.
Is it audible? Can you hear?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Now you can hear you. Am I
loud and clear?
Loud and clear, right. So hello everyone and good evening to all of you. So it's a turbulent time, and right now I've just heard Mr. Ravindra delivering his speech and lecture, which is quite nice and quite interesting. Hope I am audible. Hello.
Yes, yes.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are absolutely loud and clear.
Absolutely.
You are audible.
Yeah, audible.
Okay. All right, all right. So now, see, to my dear students, Purba, Shreya, and all the attendee here, let me tell you the current what for the students. I'd like to say that in past, maybe in 500 and 1,000 years back, we are in an economy called, like kings were the most important, powerful people. And there's no chance for the general people to sign. After that, there's a business era, capitalists started signing. And now this is the time where we are right now, is a knowledge era, an information era, where only person who is king and who can be millionaire, who can change the world, an individual without any background. So it is your time. First, you understand that. That is very, very important, and that is a very important beliefs that you must have. That you are the person who has all quality, everything in you, not in the past. You can be someone who the world will admire too. Coming back to the topic, so as everywhere we see how before this COVID-19, I was invited in many forums to give talk on Industry 4.0, where I used to talk about how this change orientation, how the industry is going to react with the modern Internet of Things, new changes, robotics, artificial intelligence. Now, suddenly everything has been stopped. And the COVID-19 has made us to think totally different thing. It is a kind of disruption of all disruption, father of all disruptions. And now people started to think what is the future now? Actually, if I look back in the past also, there are lots of similar kind of tragedies happened through cholera, plague, many kind of things happened. Maybe that time there's no social media, no internet, so it was not highlighted much. Society after society was vanished. But after that, humanity came back strongly. They survived and they're running the show right now. So let us all believe that this too will pass on. And let us not focus much on the negativity. Let us hope for and focus on the aspects where we can control. There are things we cannot control. Definitely there are things which even whoever the people working in this scenario, trying his level best, there are things which are not in your control, but there are things which are in your control. If you work on it, I think everybody will become successful and will find a way in this tough time. This topics which you are talking about, who is the or what is the best candidate in the COVID era, or what are the qualities required for a candidate in the COVID era? As you know, this COVID is all about change, a sudden change, disruptive change. Everybody is suffering. All organizations are going through a tough time. Suddenly, production stopped. Suddenly, supply chain stopped. All process stopped. People are not getting salary. People have half salary. People are not able to come to office. Then the first thing you see that some organization very fast to react. They immediately adopted safety norms. Some organizations thought about various work from home. Still now, if you see, before this scenario, the work from home was just like a concept in Indian economy. Apart from few IT people, nobody believed that work from home can be possible. But now it is a very accepted phenomena in everyone. They believe that work from home is possible and we can all work from home. In this job market, when I go and talk to many students, I tell them that this is the time to not to be rigid. Maybe in days to come, maybe in 6 months time, maybe 1 year time, the fixed jobs may not be available in the market. Full-time job may not be available in the market. So be ready for the gig economy. If you're pass out student and you feel that you have no permanent job right now, you look for the organizations where you can get a 3-month job, 6-month job. Continuously, don't see this change is all about how you are accepting this. If you accept it positively, you'll grow, you'll shine, you'll rise. If you think for a comfortable things, you are looking for a comfort job, you're looking for something that it will come and it will be like normal things, then you will be maybe in difficulties. So always look for things. If you are not got a good job and you've been offered a 3 months contract job, immediately grab it, provided it suits your future plan. As it is we are already talking about the remote and digital work will be the new norm. So get ready for it. If some people want to give you some remote job, want to give you digital work from home, and you are not engaged somewhere, be positive about it. Engage yourself on those jobs. Many companies, if you think that many of the organizations are also not, if your senior have been hired by a company, they put them 5 lakh CTC, maybe this time they may hire you by 2.5 lakh CTC and remaining is variable. Be absolutely okay with that. You understand this change. Don't be rigid. My senior had got this much salary, so do not engage your mind on such thoughts. So those are the building blocks in your mind, and they are never allow you to be in future be a leader. Now again, as the jobs which were available in the market, and now after this COVID, the job which will be available in the market, there will be lots of new kind of job which I have never seen, we never thought. So always be mindful about them. Maybe in the health industry, lots of new machines will come. Even the industry 4.0, which I was talking about, lots of new machinery, lots of new technology will come, and accordingly lots of new business and lots of job will be vanished automatically. So be mindful. Do survey in Google. Look forward to other countries, developed countries. Follow what are the new kind of job may be evolving. Be part of it. Be enthusiastic to learn all those things. And as you are a student now, and you may be facing interviews, and you know that right now face-to-face interview may not happen. So always get ready for the virtual interview. Be very, you may practice also sometime what kind of, you just create a gym, connected with mock interviews with your friend, how you look, how you are comfortable, how you're speaking, how your voice modulation is, how when you'll be interviewed by corporates, how you look in that kind of Zoom interview. That is very important. This kind of practice you must adopt. Most important thing is that stay connected, create deeper connections, go to LinkedIn particularly, connected with the people, senior people or people who are in your line, maybe you are in IT or mechanical and civil, create more connections because connection helps a lot. Sometimes I find some people become so much involved with short-term goals and they look for a job immediately and maybe that job is offering him good salary, but after some time they face it that choice was wrong. So please be a person who look for the long-term potentials. I always give example of the marshmallow experiment. Some of you must be knowing that the marshmallow experiment it was conducted maybe 20-25 years back with few 4 or 5 years age of students who are offered marshmallow. Marshmallow is kind of chocolates and kind of cakes. So some kids, all the kids were told that if you wait, you will get second marshmallow after 5 minutes. And those who will not wait, they will not get it. So after it was done with 20 students, it was found that 10 students just ate the marshmallow immediately after it was offered, and 10 waited for 5 minutes to get the second one. So it was found after 20-25 years, those students, those small kids waited for 5 minutes of the second marshmallow. They are now the champion in the life. They become successful because they had that kind of patience. They immediately not fall for that sweet things. They waited. They wanted to look for the future to get the 2 marshmallow. So this is called the delayed gratification. So in terms of job also, we must practice that. Any jobs is being offered to you, will look for the long-term prospect. Don't go for a 30,000 job and leaving a 15,000 job. The 15,000 job have much more bigger prospects than the 30,000 job. It can go up to 1 crore level in long term. So have that kind of thinking, vision. Do lots of Googling, do lots of research about the prospects of the job. As I said, enthusiasm has no word. If you show lots of enthusiasm, it will be reflect. So never be a dull person, never be a dull face. In the interview also, if you are in a virtual interview, your action orientation will be reflected in your resume. So that has to be built on what kind of action you have taken. Particularly, I talk about the projects. For a student, for a college student, their only achievement is their projects. I saw a lot of time the students, even MBA student, engineering student, when they are for the job interview, they were asked lots of questions on their projects, and a lot of people fail. They do not know. They do it, just copied it. They have never done lots of it. They're not passionate about it, because that is the most important thing. A person, a company will give you a job, understanding your passion, your value creation for the organizations. If your projects does not speak about your value creation and it does not speak about your knowledge on it, it reflects that you're simply a casual guy. You did it and you'll come here and do the same casual boy. So whatever project you do it, you feel that it is a blueprint for you. It is going to speak for you, and everything of that projects, whatever information you can have, you do that. You have it, and you search it in everywhere. What kind of question can be organized? Sometimes some people who do not get corporate jobs. So as I said, follow for the gig, seek for the income. Be a rolling stone. Not wait that opportunity will come, and I am rigid, and then time will pass on. So always be mindful about the opportunities. And a planning is required. For example, suppose you are a mechanical guy, or we may be a civil guy, and you must have a thorough planning. I mean, you must have the companies you wanted to work for. Suppose you are a 3rd year student, or you are a 4th year student. You know, if you are a civil engineer, which are the companies available in the market for civil engineers. These are the 50 companies are available. Now you have to choose. These are the top 10 companies. My first choice. This top 10 is second choice. This 10 companies my third choice. Now you have to go to the third level. If they come for the campus, what kind of question they ask, what type of test they do, what kind of intervention they have. You must be aware. A smart candidate be very, very focused in your, yes, these are the, before when they come to the interview, and if you remain in confusion and if you think that all thing is destiny, all thing is luck, then you are misguided. Please understand, your preparation is your only strength. There's no luck. In corporates, when you go to the interview, you must have that kind of survey, you must have that kind of research, you must be thoroughly prepared. Your mind must, you must have that mindset. Yes, you should not throw yourself to the luck and destiny. Everything is a preparation. And beliefs. Even I talk about beliefs also. When I talk about beliefs, I see that there are people who have strong beliefs, they will pass through all difficulties. And the people who don't have strong beliefs, they always face problems. Beliefs is the most important thing in life. If you have that belief that I'll overcome, I will find a way in the situation, and you are continuously reciting this in your mind, I am sure that nobody can stop you. Yes, it is true that this is the time where you have to be highly innovative. You have to be a change orientation in your mind. And it is not now. If you see that what Darwin said maybe long time ago, not the most intelligent species will survive, not the most strongest species will survive, only those species which are receptive to change will survive. So it is applicable in every scenario. It is particularly right now we can see the appropriate time. If you are able to change, there are change everywhere. Organizations are changing, new norms. We say it is new norm. In my office, everything has been changed. When I ask people to come to office, immediately they have to stand in social distancing. They immediately thermal screening. Much people are allowed in lift. People are maintaining social distance. People are not allowed to talk much. People are talking through mobile. People are, or land phone. People are doing more teams discussions. So we have trying to have less and less physical intervention. And those who are able to change, or those who are able to learning those skills, technical skill, they are going to shine. Even not like this. Even for the sales also, people who are in the frontline sales, they have to be highly aware. They must know, yes, I have to survive, and to survive, it has to be in the mind. If I do not follow norms, maybe I'll be in a problem. People who are working in plant, my plant has been started again with the new norms. Every operator has been given checklist. You, before start a machinery, sanitize yourself, start it, again sanitize yourself, leaving it, have mask, coming to the plant, all thermal screening, all temperature mapping, verse and everything. We are defined rules. We are started audit for everyone. We are giving so much people who are not maintaining their new norm. So it's a general thing. I'm talking about my company, and many organizations have started doing that. So all the guys I'm here, the students particularly, whenever a challenge come, I think it is not that it is going to perish out. It is going to make us evolve in the current juncture, and that evolution will happen. In past, as I said, in South Africa, if you see 2 years back, there were Ebola virus, and Ebola virus almost killed 10,000 people in South Africa. But we're lucky, Ebola was much more dangerous than COVID-19 because the killing rate was much more penetrating than COVID. But the problem with Ebola was that it cannot travel. The person who is affected by Ebola, he will be immediately bedridden in the day one. But in COVID, the person have 14 days time to move freely, and then it will reflect. By that time you can impact 500, 600, thousands of people through COVID. So that is the danger. So otherwise, that particular time when South Africa lost 10,000 people, it was much dangerous time. So even from the environment perspective, we can see that environment give you a clue. Please get ready, and we are much stronger than you. And this is also a loophole for our system, our health system, how it was done earlier. So let us again come back to the normal situation, the normal topics, how you will be get employed, how you will sign again. It is your own mind. It is through your change orientation. It is through your own belief. And when I talk about belief, I talk about one more experiment called placebo experiment. The placebo experiment is very famous. It was given to some 30 and 40 people. It was tested with that case. Some people was suffering from hypertension, they are told that if you eat that medicine, you will be correct. And some people were given a medicine which was said that it is less effective medicine. Now everybody was given the same medicine, and when it was done, it was found that the people, they are given water, or there is no medicine actually given. But people who are suffering from hypertension and they are told that you have given medicine, they started reacting, yes, I'm right now. So it is a belief. If they started believing that they have a medicine in the body and now they are fine. So the belief system is very important. If you all guys have that belief, yes, I am going to overcome this scenario and I'm going to sign again, and nothing will stop me, and industry will sign, and if not, I'll change myself. I look forward to lots of opportunities. I am very much connected to the people who are successful. And yes, and the last thing I would like to say, that modeling. Please model yourself with the successful people. You find out, if you are a civil engineer, found out who are the people from your college or anywhere is very, very successful, and try to catch them through LinkedIn. Try to follow him if he is in your society, or you can follow someone in your society. What kind of book he reads, what kind of habits he has, what kind of behavior he do it, how he conduct himself. Not for civil, for mechanical, for IT, modeling is a very important. You must know that who is the people whom you want to be in life, and follow them. This is the first aspect of successful in any scenario. And with that, I'd like to close my speech, and I'd like to just few things again, just to remind that nothing to worry. Good time is going to come. Face this current scenario with a positive mindset. Look forward to that, something good going to come, and prepare yourself. Be agile, be optimistic, and believe on innovation, change, and always and be little bit of, as I said, don't be fixed mindset. Yes, I want this, I want this. Change yourself time to time. Look forward. Just like people up before going for high jump or long jump, they come back. It does not mean that they're coming back. It is something they're doing for high jump. So same approach you must have in your life also. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yeah, we can hear
Hello?
you. Thank you.
Hello?
Yeah, we can. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Hello? Hello?
Yes, Mr. Shresh.
Am I able to, am I audible?
Yes, hello, Mr. Srivesh, you are audible. We can hear you.
Yeah.
Can you hear us?
Yeah, okay, I can hear you.
Okay, thank you so much. So, just wanted to let the students know that I think the important, one of the few, out of the many important message,
Yeah.
one of the most strong message was, it is not the strongest of the species, neither the most intelligent.
Right.
They only were adaptable to changes.
Absolutely.
And the second message was, do not have a mindset fixed.
Right.
Be flexible.
True.
See, we all are going through different phases of life.
Right.
COVID, we all are spiritual beings, and we definitely believe COVID has some message to us.
Absolutely.
And that's the reason that, as Mr. Srivesh told, the mortality rate of COVID is not as high as Ebola. COVID is not actually killing people. Only people who are within a certain age group or within a certain limitation of the body immunity system are getting direct hit by COVID. So that's a positive note. So I'll come to the question answer session. So my first question from the students that will go is to Mr. Ravindra, that what are the main things that you look forward to a students, or what will you look forward to a student during this era when there is a pandemic and normal recruiting channels are all closed?
Can I answer? Hello. Hello.
Yes.
Can I
Yes.
answer?
Yes. Yeah. We can hear you. You're loud and clear, sir.
Yeah, whether really speaking, there is no change in recruitment process or procedure as such, whether because of this pandemic. Whatever we were looking at it earlier, only the difference will be mostly this recruitment will be done through online or through exams, and that's what we used to earlier do it on JD and other thing, group discussion, other thing that may not be there, but definitely the technical interviews will be through the online system as a as an exam. We, since as I already mentioned that we'll be having lot many people as available for employment. So naturally, the best of lot will be selected as far as things are concerned. So I don't think that you should look at any change at what change is going to happen because of this epidemic. This system of recruitment will remain as it is. There is absolutely no change.
And I think some students have a query that what is an ideal way to design a CV? What is an ideal CV according to you?
Yeah, the CV normally people like only it is just like a biodata they write it. But there's a difference between biodata and CV. Particularly a fresher, he should write about his qualification, about his skills, about his understanding of the project. And generally in the project, they don't write what they have learned, what is their learning, what are their outcome, what is their involvement level in the project. Because generally project is done by 3 people. So they should mention about it, what is his role. Second thing, the most of the people just mention the CV, just send it as it is to every employer without any changes. So they should look at what is the job description of that particular industry, what is their product. You must always visit to the website of the company to understand their product level. And based on that, suppose if you are applying to the electronics company, then naturally electronic students must write what is if they are going for electronic industry, what are the things required. That is more important. So I think CV writing is also a skill. So just copy a CV. You write your own CV. There is no rule as such that it should be this way or that way. Basically, you have to. It's a marketing of yourself. You must market yourself in the through CV, because employers having hardly any time to look at the so many CVs. Okay.
Yeah. That is indeed a good suggestion, and I think students will stick to it. So my question to Mr. Sivas from the students is that since you are also from a core engineering background, from the core engineering sector, which is Siam Steel. So Mr. Sive, what do you see as the opportunity in the core engineering domain of students? Civil, mechanical, electrical, construction.
See,
So if you just know
I,
that.
I got your question. There are 2-3 things on it. First thing is that immediately there's a current projects going on. There's a future projects. So looking into if I talk about civil, there is a current projects going on. There is a future projects. The plants also similarly the current operation, or if there's a future plan. So every organization, they have planned their things in two: first phase, second phase, and third phase. In the first phase, maybe April, May, June, things were quite difficult because all were bound by the norms, system, policies. So there is no such recruitment for the plant and operations. From June onward, the recruitment will start again for corporates, particularly lots of infra project, real estate sectors. They have their manpower has been mobilized. They have started using their equipment. So the recruitment will slowly start. So, and there may be recruitments which people may be offered and they'll be asked to join from October or November, because after that we can think that there will be some way out. Maybe people say that it is 1 year or maybe 1.5 years. we have to be with the this COVID, and that will be the new normal. But still, we believe there will be some way out, and October, November onwards, things will be much in faster space. And considering country like India, where development is a big topic, infrastructure development is a big topic, and where steel, cement, all manufacturing companies, they're the building materials company, they play a big role. So it cannot be ignored. So that is the hopeful message. Students must get ready that the opportunities are there, and they look forward to the new opportunities are coming. IT companies are already started hiring, as said Amazon and many companies. I can also see that the trend is in positive side. And manufacturing company, they have a plan for hiring, but they have stopped it immediately because looking into the current scenario, and that will again be normal. Maybe October, November, many people will be in requirement, particularly freshers also. So they must use that thing. And as I said, the interview process initially maybe through virtual mode, and maybe psychometric test and all be conducted through virtual mode. So those things will happen. And as said, someone, Mr. Rajendra said, Ravindra said, this resume is people do copy paste to the resume. Yes, it reflects that candidate is not serious. So every candidate, whenever they applying for a company, they must be mindful. If they are applying for Sam Steel or Jindal Steel or any company, you must do a, and if these people will be placed, where they will be placed, and they must link their resume with that. They must not send the same resume which they had forwarded to the Wipro and to a manufacturing company. Then they will immediately understand he is, without thinking, he is forwarding that, and that is a casual attitude. So when tough time, you must have more awareness. You must have mindful thinking and look forward to the opportunities. There will be opportunities, and in our country like India, the kind of job to be done is huge. So even the people ratio requirement is scope is huge right now. So people who are ready, who are change orientation, who are positive, keeping themselves ready, they will be definitely placed. So be very positive about it, and look forward to the situations, what is happening where, and which company is doing good. Continuously remain updated. Yeah. Hello.
Yeah, I think that's a very true note. So currently, what I was speaking, I was listening to the local news, and particularly in Australia, they are keen to get into a business with India. And today, I myself am I stay in Victoria. Victoria is basically Melbourne. The capital is Melbourne, which is in Australia. So the premier was telling that there is a major export of, import of certain garments that happens, and it used to happen through China.
True.
They will stop that business and they will look forward to India and Bangladesh going forward to do the garment business. So with all due sympathy to the COVID patient, my strong faith is COVID is a big and a very big opportunity for India. Indian economy, Indian thought process, everything will change because
Absolutely.
COVID will open a new door.
Even I believe that this will be a very big opportunity for India.
Exactly.
And next couple of years, even after 8 or 9 months, we can see that kind of jobs will be shifted to India from many other
exactly
states. And that will be a big boom. And our strength is, if you do the survey of various government bodies, in our the young generation of people, Generation Z, it's much more in India than any other countries. The average working age is much less than China and any other country in India. So that is the big point. And I think that the coming decade will be ours if we are able to face this situation positively. There will be lots of good things going to come and going to happen for India and our people.
Yes, and I think it's a time for preparation because the manpower that the future opportunity will need. The question is now, do we have that educated manpower to cater to that needs? So
that is
based on that, there is a question from Sefali. Sefali is asking that what is the best suitable platform on which we should make projects, whether web development, machine learning, or any other areas?
IT. See, her question is related to the IT, I think, right?
So yeah,
Hello?
so Shefali, I can take it for you. I think at this current era, machine learning, web development, see, to be honest, the industry don't expect you to know that you are a master of machine learning or data scientist. The industry expects that you should know DBMS, any good operating system, the core of it, some basement on database management system where your fundamental should be clear. And trust me, C and C++ is more than enough. If you have any project on object-oriented platforms, you are doing more than enough than what the industry expects from a fresher to join the industry. I am sure even in core industry, they do not expect you to design 3D structure of civil engineering or know every height of every manufacturing. What they expect is a basic knowledge and a very fundamental clear process, a good moral, integrity, honesty, behavior, and to-do attitude. So ICT is no exceptional to that. In case Ravindra sir has anything to add to this, or we can go to the next question.
Yeah, I'll just say that, really speaking, what you rightly said, it doesn't matter whether you are expert in anything. What industry expects it, that if there is an existing process and if something new has to come, what customer demands, what is the market demand, and are you in a position to answer or capable to take care of that? That is what is required. Now, so many design softwares are in the market. Now, unless and what happens then, particularly our colleges, they are almost 5 years to 10 years back, and they are not taking up as a new challenges that they are available. The recent developed softwares are available. So that is one of the thing people are missing, or students are missing. So if they can take a private learning or private tuitions or private classes for the new software learning, that would be helpful to the industry. Like SAP is one of the area, maybe design software, that also can be looked at. Yeah.
Hello.
And I think Mr. Ravindra has answered to the question. And so I think Mr. Sivesh will also add to it that what do the industry expect? Do they expect a better skill at a beginner level, or to know something more than the beginner?
See, the most important thing, in our culture, I go to for campus to IIMs, to IIT, NITs, normal engineering colleges, even the ITI institutes also. And what difference I find is that the difference of attitude. It is not that most of the time it is not the intelligence. I find as I many a times when I go to the library of IITs, I do not find a single place to sit. But if I go to a college of general engineering college, only difference I see that the entire library is empty and the labs are empty. So those things, I will come to your answer, but this difference is used in colleges. I wanted to say to the student, be passionate. whatever the opportunities there for library and lab, use that. And the big institutions, I find that people are totally engaged morning to night in library, and also that is one of the things I find that many in engineering colleges students are not taking that opportunity. Coming back to this question straightforward, every students who are engineering second year, third year, they get an opportunity to do a projects. He is in IT or she is in manufacture or civil, mechanical, electronics. That is the time, you know, they get noticed. Many of my friends actually, they don't do campus recruitment. They do summer recruitments. And the summer recruitments, because if they go to campus in a 1 day time to find a good candidate. It may be everything can be a probability factor is there. But if I recruit in summer and I can observe the candidate for 2 months time, and then it is easier for me to pick the right one. So the change has been, you know, this process has been shifting to campus to the summer training recruitment, and from summer training finding the right one. So people who are going to the college, various organizations or IT institutes or IT companies, they must be mindful. Whatever they are doing it, that may bring them a good probability to get engagement. And in that particular time, they can explore what actually is going to be the trend and in the company which they are doing, or what are the aspects which are being considered in the other companies, machine learning, artificial intelligence, what are the new languages is going to come. So this is what I would like to say in brief.
Yeah, I think that's a very strong message. And I also fundamentally believe in this, that every company looks forward a person who has a passion in his or her skills. It is not about the knowledge, it is not about what score he or she has, but it is a passion that drives the person. The passion to succeed, the passion to learn.
I'm just stopping you for a second. You know, there's a experiment done in Google. There are people who are hired with a percentile of 60%, and there are people hired at the percentile of 80%. But after 1 year, when their results are comes out, the performance score, that their results and their performance does not tally actually. So job performance is a factor of lots of other issues also: attitude, behavior, mindset, and the result
Absolutely.
you score in your college and in a university, that is you cannot, you know, bank upon that whole throughout your life. That can help you out, but performance totally different issue.
And what I would say is that, trust me, in some coming years, even you will not need to have a formal college education.
True, I agree.
Education is coming in such a mass online courses.
It's going to be disruptive for colleges. Disruption is
Exactly. And in the near future, you will see that actually you don't need a medium to study. People who are willing to study, willing to learn, willing to passionately grow, they will grow from anywhere in the world.
Absolutely.
So, and that is the thing. So don't think about college or companies or what is your opportunity, what is not. The main thing is opportunities within you. How you want to unwind that opportunity and utilize it, it's up to you. There is a lot of opportunity everywhere, irrespective of, you know, location, caste, creed, religion, sex, anything. There is ample scope. So with that, we will come to an end. Purva, I'll hand it over to you if you have anything to say, and then we can take it for a closure note.
Shantanu sir,
Yes.
two students asked the questions I already sent to you in the chat box. So please ask those two questions.
With what about students who have done any project as such related to any subject? Hindrance. Yeah. So the question is, I think one of the question is that what about students who haven't done any project as such related to their subject? I think this question is already answered, that it is not about subject, it is more about your passion in the project. So whether you study computer science and you do a project in electronics, or you study civil engineering and you do a project in electronics, and you connect the two and you say why you think this project has taken a more passion out of you to drive it, will have a better answer during your interview. So for example, if I am in mechanical engineering and I'm coming up with a project which is in civil engineering, and I am able to convince to the interviewer that since they are so interrelated, I thought that if my passion is, although I'm a mechanical engineer, but this part of construction has shown some passion in me. Irrespective of any engineering, see, honestly, I myself being an engineer or in the market, what I believe is you don't need to have a formal education for any streams to have a passion for it. I can tell you about Germany, I can tell you about Switzerland, where the chief technical officer of an IT company or the chief technical officer of a fast moving company, even the chief technical officer of number one or second liquor brand, Diageo, they all are not even IT educated. So they are not said. So IT was nowhere in their subject. One of them was a musician, the other one was a historian, and they came up and landed up as a CTO.
So, shall I
So
answer?
this is, and for other core industry, Mr. Ravindra and Shivesh can speak. Yes,
So
sir,
I-
after you.
So I will answer this question because what the question was basically on the project. Project doesn't give you a job, first thing. There is no relation of project and job offer, because what matters is more is your attitude, your general knowledge of your subject, and then how you are going to, because everything is academics and industry. There's a vast difference on practical matter. So how much you can going to learn on yourself, because today no one is there to teach you. So you have to learn your own. So project is only to understand what is your aptitude and attitude towards the work. Not that because you have done a good project, you will get a job. So don't worry, even if you don't do any project, it is not going to harm to your employment. So be at yourself, and then whenever you get an opportunity, try to learn something new, and you will get the thing. Only thing, before going for an interview, you must again and again, I'm telling you, you must visit to the website of a company or any employer and try to understand their products so that you will be ready with your answers. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Mr. Shivesh, anything to add?
Yeah, there are two things. One is student with projects, student without projects. So student with projects, it is very important that must be thoroughly prepared with their projects, because that is the only blueprint they have to the corporates, and how they speak on it. It reflects their knowledge and interest on a particular subject. But student who has not done any projects, so nothing to worry that much, right? If you are really keen for a job and want to pursue a career, you have to have your strategy for that. Everything falls for a strategy. So you cannot do out of blue and something you will assume will happen. So one thing is that if you're not done a project, so that is okay, but you must have a complete goal orientation. What is your career? I mean to say, suppose you are a IT student or you are a mechanical engineer and you have not done a project, but now you're looking for a job in a mechanical company. So you must have complete understanding that which are the companies you are looking for, or which are kind of job you are looking for, why you are looking for, and what is your mental preparation, and what kind of preparation you require. That introspection is very, very important to become successful. If you go to an interview directly and face the interview, and if you do not relate your journey and success with yourself first, you cannot justify that to the interviewer, right? So your inner conviction should be very clear. So that is very important. You must map. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a very, very uh, crucial answer. And I think you have got the direction. The students who have asked this question, see, there are question on most companies want 60%. I don't have 60%. Again, then look for companies which does not ask for 60%. Because if a company asks for 60% all through, then it's neither in your hand or in our hand to change that. Neither your college can do anything. So look for company who doesn't ask for 60%. And it matters very little, because if you really have passion, you have the capability, the passion to succeed. Trust me, you don't need to be educated to do that. And the best example is Bill Gates himself, right? The whole world studies computer through him. He himself is a university dropout. So with all due respect to the education system, I have nothing against the education system, but if you don't have it, you don't have it. You cannot bring 60, you cannot go back to your 12th standard and make it 60. Time is once, it is gone. So don't repent for something which you cannot change. And rather look forward to something which you can change and find out what it is. Apply for MicroMasters course in EDX in any stream, civil, mechanical, electrical, engineering, and ensure you become top 10 so that MIT, Harvard, Stanford gives you a flight ticket and say, come and join us. Start studying here. And that is possible nowadays, sitting in a place where just you have electricity and internet. I know in India, in many places, we still don't have internet. So unfortunately, we cannot do something for them. But if you have internet and if you have electricity, trust me, you are more than privileged. So 12 marks are of course important. 12 marks are very important, but every examination has some importance in it. But again, there is no examination in the world that can decide the future, the fate of a student. So education is important, but not at the cost of your intelligence. It can happen because if you see, we all believe him to be the God on earth. See, Ramakrishna Paramhansadev, I don't think he has been class 4 pass. And still, when we wake up in the morning, we wake up by his name and we pray that he takes care of the whole world. So, Purva, over to you if you want to say something.
Yes, Shantanu. Thank you to all the people who had joined, Ravindra sir, Sribesh sir, all the students who took their time. And let me just introduce you to the moderator who took us through the process. He is an ex-alumni of Techno India group, and precisely Shiriguri. He has been associated with Techno India group for quite a long time. And now he's sitting in Melbourne. It's 10:30 past 11 o'clock at night, and he has given us our time only for the students of Techno India. He still feels so passionately connected to us. Thank you, Shantanu. Thank you so much. We look forward to having you
morning
again.
For me. It is midnight. It is just 12 o'clock.
Okay, it's just can you imagine, guys? It's 12 o'clock at night and he's doing this just for us. Now coming to Sribesh sir, thank you so much, sir. You took your time. Ravindra sir, thank you very much. And my placement team members, I would like to introduce Shreya Basu, Gaurav Pal, Kunal Gair, without whom I could have, we could have never staged this. This is an absolute team effort. Thank you, everybody. And last but not the least, Professor Shudipto Chakravarti. He is the Deputy Director, Jharkhand Operations. He is the one who has been behind this technical entire setup. Thank you, Shudipto sir. Thank you so much. And students, thank you for being there. It was wonderful having you. I hope this webinar is, going to give you a lot of knowledge and going to add value to your life. We are going to share this entire recording on the YouTube channel, and we are going to share the link with you. Please go ahead and see this if you have missed anything. I'm sure it will add a lot of value. The entire Techno India group is, only pledged towards getting the best for their students, and we shall, continue thriving for the same. The only thing we need is your help, your cooperation, your participation, and your good health. Please stay in good health, guys. Utilize this time in lockdown. You can do wonderful. As usual, Techno India group will merge to be the best. Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Any of my team members would like to add anything, please do.
Thank you so much, sir, for your valuable time.
Gaurav, Kunal, anything from your side?
Myself Gaurapal, thank you all of you. Thank you all the speakers and moderators. Thanks for helping us, and thanks for guiding our students in this situation. And thank all of you. Stay home, stay safe.
So I think with that, we'll come to the end of this meeting. Good night to the people who live in India, and good morning to you, Shantanu. Have a good day ahead. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you very much, everyone.